Welcome to Unsigned Spotlight, the daily live show from the Scene Projects. We shine a light on the best unsigned musical talent from around the world, featuring songs from independent artists across all genres. This is where passionate music heads, emerging artists, and curious listeners come together to discover what's next.
Hello.
I've stood at the edge, hands shaking, heart loud, letting fear whisper, often keeping me in the crowd. All the chances I had, I let slip away. Thought I wasn't ready, but I was just afraid. When successes came knocking, I said it was a fluke. Doubted the proof of all the things I could do. I've had my wins on stage, but jealous words would bite. Made me second guess, kept me from owning my life. No more fear, I'm stepping out tonight. No more doubt, I'm chasing what's mine. I've been losing by standing still. Now I'm ready to climb, feel the thrill. No more fear, it won't define me this time. I thought failing meant the end of the line, but failing's not losing, it's learning in time. All those moments I ignored, thinking they were fake, were pieces of power I'm now ready to take. The risk is real, so is my fire. I've let fear play me, but now I'm higher. No more holding back, I'm breaking free. The world won't wait, so why should I be? No more fear, I'm stepping out tonight. No more doubt, I'm chasing what's mine. I've been losing by standing still. Now I'm ready to climb, to feel the thrill. No more fear, it won't define me this time. I've counted every what if in my head, letting tiny voices keep me from what's ahead. But all those fears are just shadows on the wall. I'm breaking through, I'm ready to risk it all. Every maybe is a chance I take. Every heartbeat is a choice I make. I failed by hiding, but now I see the only real loss is not trying it all. And that's not me. No more fear, I'm stepping out tonight. No more doubt, I'm chasing what's mine. I've been losing by standing still. Now I'm ready to climb, to feel the thrill. No more fear, it won't define me this time. Gonna try know that song.
You know that song. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the brand new online Unsigned Spotlight. How are we?
We're good. We're good. I have to say, I'm completely feeling under the weather today. I got like an hour's sleep last night because this was terrible. But I said, I gotta wake up. I gotta do this show with my friend AJ. We gotta play some music. And yeah, so I put on my best face and
well, we have got a packed show for you tonight. We have got 6 great artists, including Keelan James from the UK, country singer, and also all the way from Greece, a bit of Dimitri. So we've got some of his songs coming up later on in the show. And Kellen, I haven't forgotten. I just deliberately done it to wind you up. So all together now, we've got to say Kellen's name so it rhymes with melon. Okay, because he'll be watching the show and basically he likes his name said in a particular way, and he's been telling me off for about a year now. So it's Kellen.
Kellen.
Rhymes with melon. That's the only way I can remember it. So Kellen will be coming literally onto the show a bit later. He won't be coming in here physically. We'll be playing his great music. We have got 6 songs lined up for you today.
I'm excited.
And we've also got a special present for Michael. Look at his face. Well, I'll tell you what. It's already been a special present for Michael because to welcome Michael to the show, we have been given the decision by Bubba Starts today that we can have our own opening theme tune. So what I've done, everybody, is I've looked through Michael's playlist and I have decided that it's 2026 and all artists out there, independent or not, you should have no fear of anything to do with the music industry. So No Fear will be our title track for the year. And every time we start our show, Michael's song is going to introduce us into the Unsigned Spotlight. There you go, Michael. That is your present from me and Bubba. And that you are going to be our title track of the show.
I am so honored. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Wow. That makes me feel so good. Yay!
I just thought it was a natural track for everybody because, do you know what? I've been doing some deep thinking today about my career for the rest of the year, where I need to go. And everybody knows me from One Life, okay? Everybody knows me from the podcast host who was basically in 3 competitions in the finals last year in America, 1 in the UK, 1 in the Netherlands. And I tell you what, I need to get back to what I do best. So the other surprise that I've got for you out there is we are going to go live during the day. AJ is going to go back to what he knows best, and we are going to be podcasting on a daily live show, which is going to come as soon as you artists come to AJ. So get those podcasts in. We're going to go back to the show as originally was, okay? AJ is going to be interviewing all of the unsigned artists, and it's going to be a daily takeover show. So us unsigned artists during the day are going to take over the world. You are going to come and tell me your great stories about what you've been up to in the music industry. And AJ is just going to basically act like a prat like he normally does. There will be also the chance to play your music. We will also go back to the quizzes for the daytime. We will go back to the quizzes. We will have our music quiz and our movie quizzes. And we will also go back to doing some great things that we bought from the last show for One Life. And we will bring it up. So, yep, Bubba has convinced me. No more fear. Get back out there, AJ, and get on with that podcasting with those unsigned artists. So I'm going to sort the posters out for tomorrow and we will sign you all up. Put your pen and papers, get ready for the show because AJ's going back out there, and make sure you bring some good songs and also some great stories.
I am so excited for you. That is so incredible and right where you belong.
I know I've been hiding away for too long behind Bubba, and I just thought, you know what? It's about time that I got back on the show because it's, those shows are coming up. We've got the Jose's, we've got the Red Carpet Wars, and every time I was trying to put everyone else in, I was thinking, hang on a minute, I can't put myself in. I've got to get my show back. I need my show because I want to be shining one of those medals, and I want to come and visit my friend Michael and Bubba. Okay. Yes. Tell you what, we put in AJ in the daytime Unsigned show by the scenes, okay? I will be representing the scenes, okay? And we're going to get in another trophy for the year, and I'm going to come and fly over to America because we're going to make it happen this year. I didn't come out last year because there was no boats left because all of the people from other countries basically stabbed their boats on the way here, and they weren't one for me to fly back on. So, I couldn't run like I promised everyone last year. So perhaps this year we can find another way to get to the US and also get those great interviews. So you've got two great podcast hosts from the scenes. You've got myself for the Daily Takeover, and you've also got Bubba Starts also from the Scenes Project, and also you've got Willie as well. So there's three of us. And also Rob, if you want to talk about all matters and mental health as well. So 4 great podcast hosts on the Scenes Project. What more could you ask for, Michael?
I'm just, wow. What happened overnight?
We had a bit of a light bulb moment, me and Bubba. We were just thinking, do you know what? Let's just go for it, shall we? I think it's time to really make the Scenes Project's podcast really shine for the rest of the year. And as we say, no more fear. I've got a brand new co-host with Michael. That means Michael needs to be bringing some more songs to me every day. I'm going to send him away and do some homework tonight. I'm going to get him to bring us 3 songs for tomorrow. Okay, and they're all going to be Michael's choice. Okay, so this show is not always AJ's choice. Okay, so 3 songs for Michael each day. Let's see what he comes up with. Who are the artists that he's going to bring along with him? Okay, and then he can present them and talk about his artists as well on the show. So,
yes, I have so many incredibly talented friends that have music out there that this would be so great. I love this. Love this. Oh, I'm scared.
No, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Anyway, everybody, it is 12 minutes into the show. Shall we start the show with some music?
Let's do it. Who do we got?
Let's do it. I tell you what, I'm going to add this one to the stage. On my way, Mr. Cagle James, a UK country singer who I had worked with in the academy and also worked with in a previous role of mine, and he is absolutely stunning with his country music. He really is. Love his music. On My Way is literally his first debut single as well. So I know he's back in the studio as well. Nice. And he's going through his second song as well. But this is Cagle James, and this is On My Way.
I'll ride home and see you free. Well, someday you'll find a man who stays. God will hear me sing, and I'll be on the road singing those songs that I wrote, and I'll be on my way. I'll see you another day. Yes, I'll be on the road singing those songs that I wrote, and I'll be on my way. I'll see you another day.
What a show opener, everybody. That is Kellen James bringing you the
Excellent.
opening of the show.
Excellent.
I
Excellent.
love his raw, gruff country music voice. I tell you, you can tell that he comes from the US and he's not a Brit, okay? Because you cannot get that deep country voice over here in the UK. But he's literally got his roots over in the UK and making his way back to Nashville with the CMAs in UK country. Okay, so he's going
Super
back.
good.
What
Super
a
good.
star.
Super
Super
good.
great. What a way to open the show. Thank you very much, Kellen, for sending that in to me. So for the Dodgy TikTok shop, we have got some Red Bull on the shop today for $32.99. Red Bull apparently gives you wings. Michael, is there any tipple that gives you wings when you're on stage, or do you just literally drink water?
Oh wow, what do I drink? That's a good question. My preference would be tea, either iced tea or sweet tea or carbonated sweet tea. Which,
Well, literally on stage. So before a gig or like during a gig, you would drink tea.
yeah,
Would
the,
you?
carb- the carbonation, the way I sing is so weird. I get super, because I use a lot of oomph and power. I have a tendency to get a lot of phlegm in my throat, and so
Okay.
to clear that out, the tea, especially, and I have to like make it myself. I have to make carbonated tea myself because you can't buy carbonated tea. But so I run it through, like I make some sweet tea and then I stick it in the carbonation thing like a soda thing, and I get bubbles in it and it's super yummy.
Okay, I've never really thought of tea while I'm performing. Mine's probably been water.
Okay.
Occasionally, I've had an alcoholic beverage. That has sometimes worked, especially when performances are like at an all-time. Oh my God, this is a quiet crowd, and I need to liven up because I can't dance. Okay, I'm an entertainer. When I'm on stage, I'm an entertainer. If you see me dance, everybody, you will laugh your socks off. Okay, so I'm an entertainer. So the more alcoholic beverages, the more entertained you will all be, and I will probably forget my notes, and I will probably forget my words. But I tell you what, you have a great laugh with me on stage, especially when I'm at my wedding singing.
Apple juice is also very good for you.
Apple juice, okay.
Yes, apple juice is
Okay.
really good for your vocal cords.
Okay, so there you go. For our unsigned artists out there who are going on stage at the weekend, Michael suggests that we have tea and we also have apple juice. Okay, for the rest of them out there, they're all saying, please give me a cider and a beer, and I'll be able to survive the rest of the session. But Michael Cagle is giving us water and apple juice.
Well, you know, I don't perform in a lot of like, I'm not like Bubba and a lot of the country singers. I don't do like a lot of big country. Rawr, rawr. So yeah, but I mean, I guess I'm kind of weird because I really don't drink much beer. I do love champagne.
Ooh,
You
with a
can't open
champagne
a bottle
after the performance though,
Right.
because
If
I
you're
know
being-
if I had champagne, I'd be over that stage. I'd be
Yes.
like literally dropping off.
Right. I can't open a bottle of bubbly at the hello champagne.
Yeah, definitely. Just like pop it all over the glass. Young Blood's. I've seen Young Blood do that a few times. While he's on stage. We know what Young Blood's like. But yeah. So for anyone else, if you fancy some Red Bull, $32.99 from the dodgy TikTok shop. Okay, go and get yourself some now. So we have some more music.
I'd love that. What do we got going?
What do we got going? Let's go back to the media, and I reckon we will. How do you follow that up? How do you?
That is.
That's hard to follow up. I think we shall follow up with a friend of ours, Dimitri. This is one of his songs from last year, and you know Dimitri, don't you?
I've heard him on the show. I don't know if I know him, or that I've spoke to him, but I know of him. I don't know if I know him.
Well, Dimitri Nedes is a Grammy nominated and also a Grammy who basically will put these votes in for you. He's basically one of the heads of ISSA as well. I think he's got multiple roles around the music industry. Absolutely stunning star from Greece.
He's super good.
He is super good, and he's one of these people who gets his fingers in all of the pies, and he's going to come back and introduce himself on my brand new show, The Daily Takeover. So, Dimitri, what's this for? Are you catching a butterfly?
No, I was doing the fingers in the pie.
Fingers in the pie, I like it. So he is mostly Greece's number one. I tell you what, he's given like Ariana Grande so many runs for her money, really has. So this is one that he done with an orchestra last year. It's called Brand New Life, and it's collaboration with instrumental Marianne Martin. There's a vibrant, feel-good electronic anthem that celebrates new beginnings, freedom, and self-empowerment, which I thought was really good for today's show.
Good.
Driven by an infectious synth and a pulsating beat. Never's signature emotive vocals, and the track is tailor-made for the dance floor while delivering on an inspiring message. So there you go. It does. So here we go. Let's have a listen.
Spark.
Dimitri, you always bring us an absolute classic track for the dance floor. Brilliant.
Great arrangement. Wow. Just a great, altogether solid, really, really solid, really good.
But you know what? But if you want to collaborate with this man, please get in touch with him by his social pages, because he is such a great artist and he is one to collaborate with everybody. I don't think there's anybody who's turned down apart from me. I asked if he would collaborate with me, and Dimitri said, he'd never given me a call back. I think everyone else I've seen him collaborate with, but he just won't collaborate with me. So, Dimitri, come and collaborate with me, okay?
Maybe you're just too much of a supernova.
I am just too good. I'm just too much of a superstar for Dimitri. He just can't, he can't afford me. That's what it is. The price tag is just too high.
It's AJ the Supernova.
It's AJ the Super something, but I don't know about Supernova. Anyway, Bubba's in the background. Hey, from the Scenes Project. How you doing, Bubba? I hope you are enjoying being in the background now, taking a well-earned rest, or you are doing your Scenes Projects. I know you had an interview with one of my clients today. You were with Mina, who has released her UK chart successful song, and that's been released. So I know you was doing an interview with Mina, so I know you've been very busy today. But I hope you've got time to put your feet up now and relax a bit before you do. He's had some great interviews today, apparently. There you go. Say hello to the boss, Michael.
Hello.
Hello. And also, we have got to say hello to some other people who are watching the show out there. I know you're watching because I can see those secret eyes. I can see them on TikTok, and I can also see them on our other channels on Facebook and YouTube. So I'm going to say hi to Debbie Kelly is watching the show this evening.
Hi, Debbie!
Hi, Debbie! And also, we have got to say a fantastic hello to Tracy Lynn. Hi, Tracy! Fantastic. We will get all the hellos in as you literally come and join us on the show.
Yes, we love guests.
Should we talk Academy? Let's talk Academy, shall we?
Let's talk Academy.
Let's talk Academy. So what's been going on in the Academy today over the last couple of days? I'll tell you what's been going on. I've been speaking to John today.
Okay.
And basically, we've been talking about how do people basically end up sort of putting their money to one side, and how do they afford all these great albums and sort of project time that they put together? It's a very expensive thing, independent artists, and sort of putting music together and going into the studio and going on tour. And, for yourself, it must just be an endless pocket of a money tree, isn't it?
Me? Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
Oh,
you're the one who goes out. It's an endless pocket. You have to have a money tree in a garden, don't you?
You do. It's difficult. It's more difficult now than I think ever for an independent artist to get out and try to make a substantial living, off music. It's very, very, very difficult. I know that for me, having a history in, like showrooms and theaters helps a bit. But it's still about making sure you have the connections with the right festivals and the right events, and planning a tour and everything. It can be quite expensive. And then making an album. My studio, we run Cubase 15 Pro, which if you're really good, which I'm not, but if you're really good, you can make a completed song in 30 minutes and just have to lay down the vocals. Now, obviously, I'm not that to that degree where I can do it in 30 minutes. It's more like I do it in 8 days. But the product is still good, but it takes a long time. But even then, when we're doing that, the albums are easily cost upwards of $4,000 a piece.
Wow.
Just for using a DAW, using Cubase. So it can be expensive. But once you get it out there and it's out, it's for the world to hear and for the world to, grab onto, it's really worth it. As an artist, that's what you're hoping for. You're hoping, secretly, of course, we want a Grammy, we want the Josies, we want the ISSAs, we want that. We do. It's part of the process of putting all of your time and energy into a product, and you would love to get that kind of acknowledgement. But just the fact that you've got a project that is now forever in the interwebs, and the people somewhere, I had a bunch of music, I had a bunch of music drop yesterday, and I didn't even know it was dropping that quick. And I went to YouTube, and they told me, hey, congratulations. And I hadn't even advertised the songs, and I had songs that had like 60 hits on them. For me, that's pretty amazing. And I hadn't even advertised, which means somebody somewhere found these songs and played them. So I'm like, that made my day. Yes, it's not 6 million hits like, Adele, but everybody knows when Adele's dropping. Nobody really knows, and I didn't even know when my songs are dropping, and yet people are now interested in my stuff, and so that's what it's all about. You start to see and move up.
It is, and I'm going to give you a bit of a tip, you lovely people out there from Phoenix Rise and also from the Academy. So myself and John Hart, who's from the Academy, have been putting our heads together, scratching our heads as we do, and thinking, do you know what? There's a lot of people out there who actually can't afford to go in the studio, or they can't afford to put out their next hit, or they can't afford mentorship. Well, you are wrong. There are ways in which people can help you in the music industry, okay? There are lots and lots of applicable grants which are coming out in the coming months, okay? So please, please, please email us, okay, at Phoenix Rise and the Academy, and we will look at the grants available, what's available for you internationally and the UK, because I tell you what, everybody hates AI. I don't know why, because if you just basically put in ChatGPT, what funding is there for independent musicians in your country, it will basically signpost you, like we did for someone in Uganda the other day, to all of the streams where you can find money to be able to pay for your music, okay? It may not be everything, but it may be a contribution. We have a lovely scheme from we're going to big them up. We don't often big them up, but we've bigged up the government. Okay, in the UK, we have something which is called Access to Work. Now, Access to Work has funded both me and John to set up businesses this year in the music industry and given us physical support with a support worker because of our neurodivergent, and being able to also give us practical support with software and also items to be able to set up our studios. So there is money out there, and then basically what you need to be is signposted into the direction that you can apply for money in the music industry. And I'm sure, Michael, the US has certain pockets of funds in the US that independent artists can go and collect. Is that right? He's like, there's none whatsoever. President Trump keeps all of the music and all the money to himself.
Hey, I was noticing our crawl on the bottom.
Oh, what, on the bottom?
Your crawl.
My crawl? What's a
The
crawl?
on the bottom.
I don't know. Oh, yes, it's Bubba Start still. Bubba, seriously, we need to change that. We need to put Michael, because you've upped it. There, I know what you mean now. I know what you mean.
I can't be, but I could. Wait, hold on. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to
welcome to the show.
Welcome to Unsigned Spotlight. I'm Bubba. I win everything. I'm everywhere.
I tell you what.
We should call Bubba Visa. He's everywhere you want to be.
Everywhere you're going to go, baby. You know, but that song, every day you want to go, baby. I can't remember. I'm just making things up now. Anyway,
So
I'm going to put on
next? Who do we
Well,
have
I'll tell you
next?
what. Before I do the next song, I'm going to put one thing on the dodgy TikTok shop because we've got to dress Michael up basically by Bubba. So we need to give him some novelty funny glasses with a winking eye and a cute casual style, okay, just to basically make him look a bit more like Bubba. Michael, come on stage, when you've had a manager, has anybody asked you to dress in something that you really did not want to dress into?
I had a manager back in 2001 that didn't know what to do with me, which is the story of my life. And so he was going to buy me how do I describe this? An electric jacket with light bulbs in it.
With light bulbs? I
Like,
can imagine you going on stage like that with they make multicolored light bulbs.
He said, I think you should try to out Elton John. And I'm like, no, I'm not. My clothes are kind of cool. I have some fun, crazy outfits. But when he said that, I was like, oh no. I don't want to be, I don't want to be a circus monkey. I don't want people to come and go, oh, look at the man in the electric jacket. No,
I've got a great vision in my head. I really have.
I'm like, are we talking Christmas bulbs or neon tubes or what are you?
Headlights.
That didn't work. No, I do have a tendency when I have fun. I do like singing in tux jackets.
Okay.
And so some of them are kind of, very, very traditional tux and tails. And some of them are like blingy tux and tails. So, that's kind of cool, but I don't want to have to plug in.
No, definitely not. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, I'm going to buy a pair of these glasses because they're only $2.99 from the TikTok shop. And do you know what? It would look quite funny going on stage or even on the show just to have a pair of really weird glasses. It'd be really cool. So I'm going to put those in my basket now. And I suggest everybody else on the TikTok shop, make sure that they go into the basket, straight in the basket and buy one for today. Okay. So anyway, back to the music. Who shall I choose now? Let's choose my friend John. Okay, let's find out a bit about John because he's someone new to the show. We haven't had John on before. So, John Mullen, his song is Remember in November. He's a singer-songwriter from Nova Scotia in Canada.
Nova Scotia.
Okay. Now, how do you pronounce it?
Nova Scotia.
And have you been there? Is it a lovely place to go to?
It's beautiful. Nova Scotia is really beautiful.
Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to play Remember November. Let's have a listen.
Here in a moment, the sun will disappear into the ocean, but we will still be here. The boardwalk is buzzing, the moonlight is coming, but I hope this doesn't end. But just like the summer, you'll be gone, and then I will remember in November when this golden skies turn gray, when we were together and like forever. I won't let it fade away. When the nights are long, I'll be holding on to the memories we made. I will remember
I like it. I like it. I like it.
I absolutely love that sound.
I do love that sound, and I'm going to get told off by the boss because I didn't put the trailer on at the bottom. Anyway, that was John Mullen, absolutely brilliant from Canada.
He's terrific.
He's
You
pretty good.
really hit some home runs on your song picks.
I have. You've got to do all this tomorrow, young man. You've got some homework to do, okay? You've got to actually bring me some music. Like, you've got, I've got the DJ in me. It's coming out. Actually, I've got to give it to people sending it in. Rob from Juice Radio, you have been sending these tracks in, and I don't know where you dig them up from, Rob, but I tell you what, you've got some great artists you send into my email inbox every single day, and you basically say it's artist of the week, and I just keep getting them from you. They keep coming in from all over the world, and I tell you what, they're absolutely cracking artists.
Do you get a chance now? Do you just take a chance and like just randomly pick a song and then you get to hear it for the first time on here, or do you ever preview them? Or
no, I tell you what, it's one of the best parts of my day. I actually, as soon as they get sent in, I do preview them and I do listen to them. Very, very occasionally, I run out of time if I'm going to my full-time job and I have to put them on the show the night before or on the night. But most of the time, I preview them because at the end of the day, what better job than actually have them being sent to you, having to listen to some great music all day, whether you're at work or whether you're taking your lunch break. It's one of the things that I love about being into this job, whether I'm a podcast host or a DJ. I love listening to other people's music, and it's such a vast amount of music out there, from every single genre, and that's the best part about this show. We are an unsigned spotlight show, so you can send anything over to us. And within reason, we'll play it, okay? There's going to be the odd song we turn around and say, I'm sorry. Bit on the side, political on there. Yeah, exactly. But it is, we do try and accept everybody's music and accept you for who you are. So, go and have fun.
And that's a big thing, is that you don't necessarily have to like a certain genre to appreciate all kinds of music, because good music is good music. You may have a preference on how you like it delivered, but it's like when you can hear the love and the effort and the passion behind the song, then it doesn't matter if it's rock or punk or country or rap or funk or whatever, disco, as long as you can tell the person invested themselves in that song and gave some love. Usually I will always give it at least one or two listens to see, hey, what do I really think about this?
With your vocal range, Michael, you must have covered every single genre there is. There can't be anything that you haven't actually sung, surely.
My range goes from, for all of the music people out there, my range, my low note is a D flat 2, and I can go all the way up to an A6.
Wow. That's high. I'd have to squeeze quite a lot of legs to get to A6,
It's kind of a whistle tone, and I don't do it very often. I do it in a couple songs. If I'm completely warmed up and having a crazy day and everything is working, but the A6 is,
it's high.
It's 5 notes higher than a soprano C6.
Wow.
So
it's the glass shattering moment. It's literally, as soon as you hit that, that's it. All the glasses on the top shelf have gone.
Yeah. So, but believe it or not, mostly I'm just kind of a lead tenor, and my belt can go to about a C5 before I break into head voice or falsetto.
You've got to teach me some of these things. You really have. I'll tell you. Listen, everybody. Last thing from the Dodgy TikTok shop, okay?
Oh, no. It's Dodgy Michael.
Michael to go and get some earphones because he is going to be listening to everybody's music. And I'm sure his partner doesn't want to listen to music for the whole day. But Michael now will have to now be listening to all your great tracks, okay? So £14.95, you can go to the TikTok shop, you can get yourself a new pair of earphones and start listening to that music. If you want to send your music into the show, please DM us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, you name it, we're everywhere on the Unsigned Spotlight. Please send your music in to Michael Cagle and also to AJ and also to Bubba Starts, and we will start collecting your songs. We have roughly about enough time for about 5 or 6 songs per show. So that's about 30 odd tracks per week. So we need a lot of music being sent into us. So please send your new tracks and we want to hear them. So we will basically get Michael set up with a new pair of earphones, or I'm sure he's got some in the drawer packed up somewhere. If not, he can go to the TikTok shop and go and buy himself.
If my JBLs don't work, I'll go to Dodgy TikTok.
That's it. There's some JBLs in there. I've already put some in there for you, okay? So you can buy yourself a brand new speaker because you're going to be literally the hosting this show with me all year, and you're going to be listening to some fantastic songs, I tell you, throughout the year.
I'm and I'm excited to get to know some of these people too. Like, hopefully they'll show up as a guest and, you know, talk about their song, you know, what inspired them, why they wrote what they wrote. Because I always love hearing the background to a song. You know, what made you write it? What motivated you? Where were you at when you wrote,
Fantastic. Well, remember, when you send in your songs, also send in a bit of a bio about you because we want to know about you before we put you on so we can give you a bit of an introduction. Send us in a lovely photo of yourselves as well, okay, and also some music. So Bubba also has given us a like and a heart. And also, we've got Samantha Elizabeth Schroeder. I will give you some direction, Michael. If you ever run out of songs, please go over to the independent DJs. They are fantastic at sharing music, so you will never run out of anything, okay? All of our DJs are really friendly, and they will be there for you and make sure that they send you stuff over as well, okay?
I love that.
Brilliant. Okay, so we go on to some more music. We are going to add this lady. The angel, the earth angel. Oh, I like that. You know, I was thinking about whether or not I should change my stage name this year. I think, I'm going to keep to AJ, but I like the earth angel. How about you, Michael? Are you keeping to your sort of normal stage name this year? Changing it over?
Yeah, I mean, Ballad Belter has kind of taken off, so it's, but I'll probably always go by my name because nobody going to believe I'm an earth angel.
Well, no one believes that I'm an angel, so at the end of the day I definitely can do it. Anyway, this is Earth Angel and this is Survive.
How long till it feels like the moon's finally starting to heal? How long till it feels like I'm more than a spoke in a wheel? Most nights I feel that I'm not enough. I've had my share of Monday mornings when I can't get up, when hope is lost and I come undone. I swear to God I'll survive. If it kills me too, I'm gonna get up and try. If it's the last thing I do, I still got something to give. Oh, it hurts sometimes. I'm gonna get up most nights I feel that I'm not enough. I refuse to spend my best years rolling in the sun. So when hope is lost and I climb undone, I swear to God I'll survive. If it kills me too, I'm gonna get up and try. If this the last thing I do, I still got something to give. Oh, it hurts sometimes. I'm gonna get up and live until the day that I die. I swear to God I'll survive. I swear to God I'll survive. I swear to God I'll survive. If it kills me too, I'm gonna get up and try. If this the last thing I do, I still got something to give. Oh, it hurts sometimes. I'm gonna get up and live until the day that I die. I swear to God I'll survive.
Hello.
Wow. That's all I can say.
I love her voice. I'm a,
What a vocal range on her, hasn't she? We're talking about you, Michael. Jesus.
yeah.
Wow. You have got to pair up with this woman. I think you should pair up with her. I
I
need you
do.
to find.
I love her tone. Da, 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 da.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You two would make a great duet. That would be a great combination. You need to find her on socials.
She impressed me a lot.
Definitely.
She impressed
Definitely.
me a lot.
Do you know, while I was listening to her, I was literally putting a new set of earphones. So when I go to work, I can listen to music going down the road. And I tell you what, these wireless earbuds with Bluetooth headphones from the TikTok shop for $14.95, you can't go wrong. I can't wear these going down the road. I need something.
That is a great price. That is a phenomenal price.
It's a phenomenal price, and every chargeable, and they also show you the little charging thing as well. So for $14.95, that's great. But at the end of the day, I think I would listen to that track. I would literally listen to that track.
Without a doubt. Without a
Wow.
doubt. Absolutely. Without a doubt.
I was blown away by
Good
that.
voice. Very clean. Yeah. Very, very good. You hit home runs today.
I have hit home runs, and I'm not finished there because we're going to go over the hour today because I've got two more great songs for you. So I'm going to bring you onto stage. The next lovely female, Stronger by Sarah Grace, is also coming on the show today. So tell you what, we've got some great tracks coming up. Okay, so Sarah, we're going to have a bit Stronger. Here we go.
Remember that day at the beach in the rain, and it cleared and sun bright shone. I rolled in the sand with the flesh of the hand, said I love you. Not a woman, not a girl, just a face without a name. rising up to seize the day. I'm gonna take that challenge, won't let anybody in, not gonna let it bring me down, rising up to take that crown. I'm gonna take the challenge, and I'm stronger without you, my darling. Yes, my darling, I'm stronger without you. As a young girl, I was shy for a time, navigating spaces. But I'm a woman, not a girl. I have face, I have a name, rising up to seize the day. I'm gonna take that challenge, and I'm stronger without you, my darling. Yes, my darling. I'm gonna take that challenge, take that challenge. I'm gonna take that challenge. I'm stronger without you. What do you to do? 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 Gonna take that challenge, and I'm stronger without you, my darling. Yes, my darling. Gonna take that challenge, take that challenge. I'm gonna take that challenge. I'm stronger without you.
Oh, yes. Oh, great
Wow.
piano, great vocals, great piano, great vocals, great lyrics. That's a smash. Sarah hit a home run.
The females are smashing it today. They really are, aren't they?
The last two, wow. Wow, Sarah, wow. That was just a beautiful track. Like,
Absolutely beautiful.
there's nothing about that wasn't literally flawless. Really.
Do you know what, lads? Lads, I love your tracks today. You've all been absolutely amazing. But I think at the moment, if we were heading a competition, the ladies have absolutely piled on the pressure. You know, if we were having a male versus female competition here, I think the females would be like putting on the pressure there.
The last two were, but all of them. Dimitri was great. I mean,
Dimitri was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so it's kind of apples and oranges, but wow.
Yeah.
But I'm
Helen's new one as well, absolutely brilliant. John Mullen, absolutely brilliant as well. They're all absolutely brilliant tracks today. They really are. But the girls are really, really smashing it out of the park. The last two, the women just swung and hit and bashed it over the fence. Well, I'll tell you what, everybody, we are nearly towards the end of the show. I have got one more song to play us out on, but Michael, you have got some homework to do tonight after such a great show with so much music. You know, past hump day as well on a Wednesday. Happy hump day for you because you've got lots of homework. I'll tell you what, we're going to keep Michael behind after the show to give him some tips, give him some help, okay? But Michael, you've had a present from us today, opening up the show with your great track. How you feeling, buddy? Without Bubba here, how you feeling? How's this first week? It's nearly a week now.
You're so easy to work with. You're just so perfect. So yeah, I'm having a blast. I hope everybody likes. I hope they like what I bring to the table. Obviously, I'm not Bubba, but I can talk like Bubba.
We can all talk like Bubba. Hello, this is Seeds.
I'm Bubba, and this is show number 95 of my 18th hour on podcasts. So,
and would you like to see my shiny reward?
Yeah. I am creator of the universe.
What are we doing at the Seeds Project? Best viewers, look at that. We have got the best viewers. You lot have been absolutely fantastic today. And I can't do this show without our viewers, okay? So please come and join us tomorrow night, 6 p.m. in the UK, and also 12 or depending on what time it is where you're over in the US, okay? For Michael, it's what time?
10 o'clock in Seahawks country.
10 o'clock in Seahawks country. You had to get that one in. For the old whiners.
Oh, yeah, they were all on there. You didn't play our best team. I'm like, really? You had your...
Anyway,
yes.
We will get Michael to do some sports news for you tomorrow as part of the show. He can open up with the sports news tomorrow for his Wednesday show. Let's see what Michael brings us on the show tomorrow. We will keep him behind for a bit of support. Okay, so our last gentleman on the show this evening is our friend sent over from Rob. And this one is, I'm just looking for him. He's a UK singer-songwriter, and this is Christopher Taylor. And his song is called April O'Connor. Okay, so I'm going to play you out. We shall see you very soon. Take care, everyone. Have a good night and also a good afternoon, whatever you're doing. Take care, everyone.
Once in a song lived April O'Connor. The most of her days went unseen. Changed in devotion to child and to God. A mother at just 17. At 23 years with 2 mouths more. Conceived through deceptions of men. Took April's heart and abandoned her trust. Left her plucked and abandoned again. Hope for herself and her 3 young lights was the reason for waking each day. But the loneliest times and the struggles so great made her challenge a God-fearing faith. April O'Connor. April O'Connor. She worked at 2 jobs as her children were schooled. The money was little and scarce. Incessant demands of meters and mouths was a grind set in graft and despair. The tedium, strain and the everyday pain, the debt that inflated each day. For her children to eat, she took to the street, used by men she would soon grow to hate. 5 years passed by, she was hardened inside, relief lay in needles and gin. Her children were taken, her God had forsaken. She monetized favors and sin. April O'Connor. April O'Connor. With no one to love, least April herself, her decline galloped up on the rails. The final days ailing, her health fast failing, she was on the last page of her tale. The day that she passed was cold, overcast, with nothing to mark her last hours. No family there, just a priest sat in prayer as an advocate to higher powers. How poor is the life when becoming a wife is seen as ambition of sorts. Affection, protection from dark ill intention, Once in a song slept April O'Connor, now released from the clasp of her time. But the pity and shame felt in this refrain, save for us who looked on her decline. April O'Connor, April O'Connor, April O'Connor, April O'Connor.
This program is part of the Scene Project's podcast network. The Scene Project features interviews with independent musicians, comedians, and artists from across the Midwest. Become part of our community and support local art wherever you are.